Hi there, I'm so excited to have you back for this full body Pilates class with me. No extra equipment needed, just yourself, your wonderful body, a little bit of space around you and something soft underneath you. And whenever you're ready, let's get started with a standing part. So join me with the feet shoulder width apart. And today I would love to start immediately with movement. So I hope you're ready to get started. Make sure you have a soft micro bend in your knees, pelvis, spine, everything is neutral. And then let's open up the arms together with a big inhale. And with the exhale, you bring the fingertips together in front of your body. Now inhale, open nice and wide. And as you exhale, imagine you are hugging a big tree. Inhale to collect the energy. And exhale through pursed lips, engage your powerhouse. Breathe into your chest. And breathe out, pull the navel in towards the spine. Let's add on. So whenever you're ready, we're gonna round the back. As you exhale, look to your belly button. Inhale, rise up, pull the arms to the back to open up your chest. And round your spine and your arms. Keep going. So slowly build up that soft corset feeling. So especially when you inhale, keep that corset feeling by closing those rib arches. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Whenever you're ready, let's add on. So with your next exhale, pull the right knee into the chest. Try to find your balance, hug the leg. And inhale, ground the foot, extend the spine and open your arms. Beautiful. Slowly connecting with your body, awakening those deep core muscles, mobilizing your joints, and awakening those muscles as well. Let's go for 2 more rounds. Keep the shoulders low. Enjoying that wonderful opening in those back muscles as you round your spine. Good job. With your next exhale, keep the right knee in the air. Rise up with your spine and your arms again. And now place the right foot to the left side of your left foot, just the outer edge of your foot, so we can create even more length in your lateral fascia by adding on a side bend. So from here, inhale, open up into that side bend, and with your exhale, come back to center. Inhale, we lengthen the side of the body, the outer thighs, and the fascia tissue, coming back to center. Get the flow with your breath, so exhale to release, and inhale to move into that lateral side bend. Squeeze, softly squeeze the legs together, engaging your glutes, keep the core activated. Let's go for 3 more. Open up the muscles between your ribs so we can breathe even deeper in a second. Last one. And then exhale, come back with your upper body and lift your right leg up. From here, we're gonna exhale, switch over the side, and we move the leg to the back. Hold, inhale, knee all the way up. And with your exhale, switch over the side and bring the leg back to the front of your body. We try to turn it out here. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, try to hold. So we want to mobilize our hips. And when the leg is in front of our body, we try to turn out. Imagine there's a thread attached to your heel that is pulling the heel up. And when the leg is behind you, we try to turn the leg inwards. So this time the thread is attached at the outside of your outer thigh. Now this is kind of a active mobility exercise, so try to work in full range of motion. So it's not only strength and stabilizing work, it's also nice work for our flexibility. Inhale to hold and exhale to switch. Keep the powerhouse engaged by pulling the navel in towards the spine to support the lumbar spine, the lower back. Breathe in, grow an inch taller, and breathe out, switch. Next time, when your leg is behind your body, hold it for a second. From here, we're gonna inhale and exhale. Bring the right knee into the left back of your knee. Inhale to stretch and to lengthen. Keep the hips closed. And exhale, push the right knee into the back of your left knee. Exhale, also bend your supporting leg, it's the left leg. And inhale, stretch. Whenever you're ready, add the arms. So as you exhale, bring the arms next to your ears. And as you inhale, pull the elbows close to your body, up towards the ceiling. Exhale, arms forwards, thumbs up. Inhale, it's like a row movement, pulling the shoulder blades together, elbows up and close to your body. Try to find your rhythm again. It's not a race. It's not about doing many repetitions. It's about the form. So try to think about all those details, to stretch, to lengthen your spine, to keep the hips closed, to work slowly and with control. It's all about precision. Let's go for 2 more rounds. One more. The inhale as important as the exhale. And when you exhale, keep the knee in the back of the knee, the arms elongated. And then let's start with big and slow scissor movements with the arms in the beginning. Shoulders down, long neck. And then let's create some heat together. Let's fasten the arm movements. Let's swim with the arms. Pull the shoulder blades into the lower back. Keep working a bit faster so the deep core is awakening. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and out. Squeeze the thighs together. Last inhale. With your exhale, stop the movement. Place the right foot onto the floor and open the arms nice and wide. Inhale. And exhale, let's twist to the left. Coming back to the center with your inhale. And let's twist to the same side again, to the left. Exhale. Whew. It's getting hot in here. So while twisting, keep the pelvis steady and calm. It's a nice rotation for your thoracic spine. The rest is stable. Good work. Let's go for 3 more rounds here. Soft and relaxing the shoulders. Last 2. Bring the palms up towards the ceiling. So this is super helpful to keep the chest nice, wide and open. And with the last round, come back to center. Release the arms, release the legs. Shake it out for a second. The supporting leg, especially the glutes and the hip stabilizer muscles, were on fire. So give them a break in between. I hope you're ready for the second side. So come back into that stable stance with your feet shoulder width apart, a micro bend in your knees, that powerhouse engaged. So try to reduce the distance between belly and back. And when you're ready, let's start with the arms again. Take a deep breath in, open your arms. Prepare your wings, prepare for flying. And exhale, imagine hugging the tree with your arms. Inhale, open up. And exhale, bring the fingertips together in front of your breastbone. Get the rhythm, get the synchronization of movement and breath, so take your time. Super helpful to breathe out through pursed lips in Pilates. So imagine blowing out a birthday candle. This will help you to activate your pelvic floor, those deep abdominal and back muscles. Good. Ready to add on? So we inhale, move the arms far back without opening the rib arches, and then round your spine. Inhale to open. Especially the chest muscles, your pec tends to shorten because we sit a lot in our everyday life. So let's open up for an upright, beautiful posture in our upper back. Yes, let's add on whenever you're ready. Inhale to open. And exhale to pull the left knee into the chest. Hug the leg. Try to find your balance. Inhale, left foot down. Lengthen the spine. Look up to the ceiling. And exhale, pull the shoulder blades apart and the belly button in. Again, let's create a wonderful flow in which the inhale is as important as the exhale. So let's go for 2 more rounds here. And with the next round, keep the left foot in the air, hold it, and then rise up again. Place the left foot to the right side of the right foot, just the outer edge of your foot, so we can create even more length in the side of our body and our fascia tissue. And then let's continue with that side bend. As you inhale, lean over to the right, and as you exhale, coming back. We stay on that side, so it's an inhale as you move to the right, and it's an exhale to come back. So try not to stop the movement. Try to keep breathing throughout the whole exercise, throughout the whole class. So we never stop breathing, always filling the lungs with oxygen and the body with energy. Let's go for 2 more rounds. Feel free to look up to the ceiling to keep the chest nice, wide and open. And then with your next exhale, stay in your center, hold it, and lift the left leg up. Inhale. And exhale, switch the leg over the side to the back. Keep that micro bend in your knee of the supporting leg. Inhale to hold. And exhale to switch. Inhale, pull the heel up. And exhale, up and over. So feel when the leg's at the back of your body, how the glutes engage. And feel when the leg is in front of your body, how the inner thighs engage. Bring some tension into your left foot, point the foot. Good job. Try not to move the upper body. Try to stay stable. So also the powerhouse is helping you with that. Allow the movement to grow. Allow yourself to grow. Let's go for 2 more rounds. Don't lean back. Stay with your weight in your center. And in the next round, when the leg is behind you, stop here for a second. I slightly turn so you can better see what's happening. With your exhale, the left knee is pressing into the right back of your knee. And with the inhale, we extend and we squeeze the glutes, the hamstrings, at the same time keeping the hips closed. So that squeeze of the thighs, helping you to engage your inner thighs, your so-called adductors, and also your pelvic floor. Let's add those arms. Exhale, bring the arms next to your ears, thumbs up. And inhale, bend the arms and pull the elbows close to your body up to the ceiling. So full body activation, standing leg, moving leg, back muscles, arms, shoulders, and of course, the abdominals are working as well. Let's go for 2 more. Inhale, pulling the shoulder blades close towards the spine. And exhale, keep the legs together, the arms lifted. And let's start with those big scissor muscles in your arms. So big and slowly. And you can also stay here, shoulders down. And if you want more for those stabilizer muscles, speed it up. Teeny tiny movements, don't wiggle in your rest of the body. Let's create some heat, some warmth in the whole body. 2 more breaths. Last one. And with the exhale, you stop the movement. Breathe out the rest of the air. Come up. Just place the foot down onto the ground and open the arms nice and wide. Inhale. Twist to the right. Exhale. Inhale to come back to center, to neutral. And exhale, twist, massaging the organs, the intervertebral discs. Good. And this leg position is helping us a little bit, keeping the pelvis stable and calm. So get this softly squeeze. Breathe in and breathe out. Try to calm your breath with this exercise. Let's go for 3 more like this. Try to deepen with each exhale. Improving the flexibility of our spine. Last round. Good job. Come back to center. Release the arms, release the legs. Give everything a little shake. Maybe drink a sip of water. Stay hydrated. Good job. First round is done. We warmed up the whole body. All right, and I hope you're ready for the next part. We have a little focus on our back. So whenever you're ready, walk to the back of your mat if you have one, so you have lots of space in front of you. We start with kind of a roll down. So feet open, shoulder width apart. Rise up, shoulders back and down. Inhale to prepare to engage your core. Exhale to pull your chin to your chest and to roll down with your knees again softly bent. Stop when your hands are at your shins. Hold, inhale. And with your exhale, you press your hands against the shin and to lengthen the spine. Hold. And drop down with your inhale. We stay here in that movement. Exhale, press the hands against the shins, lengthen the back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And with your inhale, you release. Exhale. Engaging the back muscles. And inhale to release, head heavy, look to your knees. Let's go for 3 more like that before we add on. Exhale, belly button in and up, supporting the lumbar spine, the lower back. And inhale, release, hang down. This is your last round. Exhale, strengthen the back, lengthen the spine. And then with your inhale, you release and bring the hands down onto the ground. From here, we exhale and crawl forwards into your basic plank position. We hold with the inhale, shoulders above the wrists. And exhale, bend the knees and crawl back. Inhale, hands against the shins. Exhale, press against the shins, lengthen your spine. Look down to the ground. And inhale, release, hands on the mat. Exhale, crawl forwards, keep the pelvis stable. Hold, inhale, shoulders, hips, and heels in one line. Exhale, bend the knees, crawl back. We keep going like that. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, strong powerhouse is lifting you up with the help of the back muscles. And inhale, release. Press yourself out of your shoulder blades when you arrive in the plank. Exhale, crawl back. Let's go for 1 more round. when you're in your plank again, you're holding here. Static hold. Now let's check all those details with me. So hands shoulder width apart, spread your fingers and press your fingertips firmly into the ground. Keep the elbows softly bent and your shoulders directly above your wrists. You're in a strong line, so make yourself firm as a board. Don't sag with your hips, don't lift them too high. Keep everything in one line. Squeeze your glutes, so you want to roll your pubic bone towards your belly button. The crown of the head is pulling you forwards. The heels are pulling you backwards. Last breath in. And with your exhale, ground your knees. Meet me in a quadruped position. Ooh, spine is neutral. From here, we continue. With the next inhale, you extend the right leg back and up. With your exhale, you lower the extended leg down. So keep the knee extended. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. Good. So here we have a little bit of work for the hamstrings, the muscles at the back of your leg, the glutes, the back. Also, arms and shoulders are in here. All right. Really make sure that the corset feeling is still there. Rib arches are closed, belly button in and up. All right. So let's switch a little bit. So we have one leg lift with the hips closed. And then in the next round, you open the hips consciously by lifting the right hip so the leg is coming a little bit higher. Then lower down, close the hips. And then again, we keep the hips closed, okay? So we do it here. One leg lift with the hips closed and one with the hips opened. So feel the difference here. So the glute max, the big booty muscle, is a very strong rotator. So it helps to turn the leg outwards. So we have a nice glute focus here. To make it a little bit more challenging if you want to, for your deep core muscles, I have an offer for you. It's just an offer because it can be very shaky. So let's try, and if it's too much, just stay here. So if you want more, release the right arm as well, lift forwards as you have your hips closed. And then you swipe the arm to the back. You open the hips and then the arm is lifting to the ceiling. Woo, super shaky. So lower down as you exhale. Bring the arm back to the front. Keep the hips closed. Inhale. Exhale down. And inhale, open your hips and lift arm and leg at the same time. This is very shaky because the left lower leg and the left hand are balancing on one line, but making it very wobbly is super effective for your deep core. So let's try that all together. We're gonna go for 3 more rounds. With or without the arm, you choose. My body is shaking. Slow and controlled movements. Don't rush. You got this. Last round. Keep the neck long, the shoulders down. Ooh. Glutes, back, core, everything is working here. And then drop the hand, the knee, and come into a seated position here with the butt cheeks on the heels. Beautiful. So let's move through the spine a little bit, if that feels good for you. Maybe circle your wrists. Maybe this is for you. Just find a nice active recovery in between. Before we switch over to the other side, we get a little break for our wrist here. Okay, so whenever you're ready, come back into neutral position. Core powerhouse engaged. And then we're lifting the booty a little bit. So there's space for about 1 fist between heels and butt cheeks. Yeah, we try to hold it here. We hinge forwards a little bit and we place the fingers behind your ears, elbows up. So this is our starting position. From here we inhale. And then we start to move the pelvis backwards as we exhale by pulling the navel in towards the spine. That's why we round the spine and hold. Inhale. And then exhale, we start with the pelvis again, move it forwards, and the spine starts to lengthen. Inhale, starting position. Exhale, tucking the tailbone under, the spine starts to round. Hold, inhale, the shoulder blades are pulling apart. And exhale, move the pelvis forwards to lengthen the spine again. So you always try to start with the pelvis. Exhale, roll the pubic bone towards the belly button. Hold that flexion as you inhale. Exhale, straighten the spine. Hold, inhale, chest nice, wide and open. Exhale, zip the belly button in and up. That's why the tailbone is tucking under. Let's go for 3 more rounds like that. Keep the shoulders down. Hold with your inhale. Exhale, open up. Collarbones are floating to the side. Ooh, it's also a challenge for our thighs, a little bit for our glutes as well. This is already your last round. Bring that spine into that C shape. And then come back to neutral and lengthen those arms. Inhale. Now exhale. The right arm starts to lift, the left arm starts to drop. We rotate. Hold, inhale, look up to the ceiling. And exhale, release the rotation. Inhale, neutral. Switch to the other side. Rotate. Lengthen with your inhale. And exhale, come back to center. So stay in that hinge. So the erector spinae on our back extensor muscle is still working. Let's go for 2 more rounds like that. Strengthening the obliques, the lateral abdominal muscles, but also here the lateral back muscles. And then when you've finished your last round, take your time, take it easy. Bring the butt cheeks back onto the heels. Woo. Grab the knees with your hands. And then let's go for a shell stretch in which we round the back completely to get back the softness into our back. And then from here, maybe rock a little bit from side to side. Maybe you want to arrive in stillness. Totally fine. Check your breath again. Take a deep breath into the nose and out through the mouth. Try to stay connected with your body through or with the help of a conscious breath. Try to keep the powerhouse engaged with a conscious breath. Try to stay present with the help of a conscious breath. And then slowly come back to center, roll up, and let's switch to the other side. Yay! So meet me in a quarter plate position. I will just turn around so we can better see each other. So let's start with the hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, spine neutral, powerhouse engaged. So when you inhale, start to lengthen the left leg back and up. Keep it extended and lower it down with your exhale. Inhale to lift and exhale to lower. Just this movement for a few rounds to get into it. And don't worry, it's not about height, so you can focus on the length, on slow, precise, controlled movements. pull the left kneecap in towards the body's midline. This will help you to keep the hips closed. Press the floor away from you with the hands. So strong plank position. And then let's switch a little bit. So with the next round, open up the hips by lifting the left hip up, so the leg is coming a little bit higher, and then lower and close the hip. Keep the hips closed when you lift again, and lower down. So we do it alternately, opening, and then keep it closed. Follow your breath. I'm not telling you how fast to move. Your breath is doing that. So when you feel comfy, stable, and you need even more challenge, then release the left arm. Move it forwards as you keep the hips closed. As you open the hips, sweep the arm back and up. Woo. Lower down. And it's shaky, no joke here. Try not to change your lower leg. Yeah, don't move it back. Try to keep lower leg, knee, and hand in one line. And let's try 3 more rounds. Wow, it's super advanced. What do you think? Are you struggling as well? Let me know in the comments down below. Our whole body starts to shake here in this exercise. It's crazy. Let's keep it slow. Let's keep it controlled. One more round. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Let's try. Nice job. When you finish your last round, drop your hand, drop your knee, and feel free to move into a child's pose to relax the glutes, to lengthen your spine, to recover in your whole body. Beautiful. And then whenever you're ready, slowly roll back up. Team, I hope you're ready for that upcoming flow where we have a little bit of a hip focus. So let's continue in a kind of a mermaid or pretzel position, as we call it. It's similar to the exercise that we did in the standing position, so we had already a nice preparation. So let's add on. So from here, we start with the long spine, release the hands off the floor, and I have my left leg in front of me and my right leg at the side or at the back. So I do everything mirror inverted for you. I hope that's helpful for you. So from here, we start to lift the back leg up. So whenever you're ready, we engage the core, we lift it up. And then when you exhale, we switch the leg and we swipe it forwards. Here we hold, inhale. And we exhale, move over to the side and to the back. Here we hold again. And exhale, we switch. Inhale, turn the leg out. Heel wants to reach up to the ceiling, knee to the side. And exhale, switch. Inhale, hold. Try not to touch the floor. And exhale, switch. So the floor is pretty close here. That's why it makes it so challenging. So take it easy. Try not to move the upper body that much. So try to bring the work into the leg, into the hips. Let's go for 2 more rounds. leg is at the front again. Just place the right foot on the ground here. Hands behind you, fingertips are facing to your butt cheeks. And then with your next exhale, lift the hips so we open up the left hip flexor here. Lower down, inhale. Shoulders back and down. And exhale, lift your sternum, your breastbone up to the ceiling and squeeze those glutes. All right, I will give you some variations. This is variation number 1. Staying in variation number 1 doesn't mean that you're doing less, but you have another focus. So here we are focusing on opening the left hip flexor, on stretching the hip flexor. So maybe you want to stay here, especially when you sit a lot in your days, in your everyday life. Then this is super nice to bring back some softness into your hips, but also into your lower back. If you want to focus more on strength today, feel free to extend the left leg up, so it's kind of a reverse plank, and then you come back. Exhale, press the floor away from you. Lift the left leg up and lower down. If you want even more strength in your glute and hamstrings, you keep the hips high so you don't drop. Inhale down and exhale all the way up. Choose your option now and let's go for 6 more. Last 4, keep going. Don't collapse. Yeah, try to find that open chest and keep that posture. Imagine there is a thread attached at your breastbone, at your sternum, that is pulling you up. Come on, team, last 2. And with your next exhale, keep the hips lifted and the left leg high, and we start to pulse it out. So hips up and down. Ready? Let's finish here with fire. Last 8 and 7. Try to pull your right heel towards your right sit bone and breathe, core engaged. Last 4. You can also bend the leg, totally fine. Last 4, 3, 2, drop your booty here. Try to keep the left leg long and release your arms. You're behind your sit bones. From here, we exhale, pull the knee in. Inhale, we stretch the leg. Exhale, pull the knee in. We stretch the leg. Maybe you want more, then we lift both legs. But maybe only stretching and bending the left leg. Maybe you want more, then we have the invitation, the possibility to stretch both legs. Make sure that you can breathe, that you can focus on your form, that you can work slowly. Last 4. I love to inhale as I extend to create more length. Most important thing is that you breathe. Yes, you can also switch the breath, don't worry. Shoulders soft, last one. And then we drop the feet on the ground, open them more than shoulder width apart, hands at the floor behind you. And now let's go for a knee swing. So we create a little stretch here in the lower back. Whew. Okay, not easy today. So bring back the depth into your breath. All right, I hope you're ready to switch over to the other side. So keep the legs at the other side. Whenever you're ready, come back to the pretzel position. And then rise up. Hands in front of your chest. Ready, set, go. Powerhouse engaged. Lift the back leg. And with your exhale, you switch to the front. Inhale, hold, turn it out. And exhale, switch over to the back. Inhale, hold it, keep the glutes active. And there's always one side that works better. totally normal. We have those muscular imbalances, but try to put in the same efforts like in the first round. Try to reduce the motion in the upper body. Get the work into your leg, into your hip. So the hip flexors are muscles that tend to tense a lot. The word was missing right now in my brain, but I hope you know what I mean. So it tends to cramp a lot. So if that's the case here right now, try to relax, shake it out, to stretch the muscle again, and then we have the possibility to strengthen again. So if the muscle starts to cramp, then maybe get your electrolytes, magnesium, etc. Stretch the muscle so we can strengthen a tense muscle. All right, let's go for one more round. The muscle tends to tense. Is that correct? Let me know. All right, from here, foot in front of your body, hands behind your body, fingertips facing your butt cheeks. Inhale to prepare, and exhale to press the left heel into the ground, to lift your hips, to squeeze your glutes and open up that hip flexor. Yeah, we tend to sit a lot. That's why the hip muscle is often tense and weak. So that means we need to open up the hip flexor, and then we need to strengthen the hip flexor. Exhale all the way up. Press the floor away from you. Keep the chest nice and wide. All right, and as I said before, you can stay here. Yeah, if you're focusing more on strength today, then let's lift the hips, extend the right leg up to the ceiling, point the foot, and bring it back in. This is already option number 2. If you want or need a bit more challenge, then keep the hips in the air. Choose your option now, and let's go for 6 more rounds. Yeah, make sure that you're strong here in your upper body as well. Keep both hip joints leveled next to each other. Let's go for 2 more. Ready for the finisher? Keep the hips high, the right leg extended, and we pulse the hips up and down, up and down, up and down. You can also keep the leg bent. Pull the left heel towards the butt cheek. Yes, fire up those hamstrings and the glutes. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the butt cheek on the floor. Extend the right leg again. Release the arms, pull them forwards, and then we bend with the exhale, and with the inhale we extend. So try to keep that rounded shape in your lower back. So we want to use the deepest abdominal muscle to round the back and to keep the powerhouse engaged. If you want more, lift both legs, but maybe it's just one leg that is moving. Maybe you want to move both legs. You can also bring the hands a little bit to the back of the thighs to support yourself, or you do it without the help of your arms. Let's go for 4 more rounds. Inhale as you extend, exhale as you bend. You got this. Last 2. Slow it down a bit. Last 1. And then bring the feet on the ground. Bring the hands to the back of your body again. Feel free to open the feet more than hip width apart, more than shoulder width apart. And then let's go for a knee swing. Relax your hips. Get a nice, wonderful stretch into the lower back. So this is a lovely movement to get a nice active recovery in between. All right, team, I hope you're ready for the last part of the session today. It's an ab-focused session. So let's meet in a seated position at the very beginning of your mat. So you have lots of space behind you. We want to roll back. We want to roll down. So grab the back of your thighs, feet hip width apart, and then lengthen on those sit bones. Inhale. And exhale, sink into your extended arms around your back, half roll down. Inhale to come back up. Exhale to pull the belly button in and up to get the ab focus more and more. So to come back into your strength a little bit more, release the arms. And then exhale, belly button in and up. That's why the pelvis starts to move backwards and the spine starts to round. Keep the shoulders soft, look to your knees. Inhale to straighten and exhale to round. If that works well for you and you want more, then roll down vertebra by vertebra, all the way down to the mat, to the ground. Inhale, arms behind your head, spine neutral. And exhale, you come back up the same way, vertebra by vertebra. Inhale, straighten your back. And exhale, start with that powerhouse engagement. And then roll down. If that only works with momentum, just go back to the half roll down. Totally fine. If that works well for you and your back is all right, then extend the legs. Exhale, arms up, chin to chest, and slowly roll up. Make sure you have still that space between chin and chest, preferably 4 fist wide. If that works well for you and you want to try a little teaser variation, we already prepared for that. You lift the right leg up while rolling up, arms parallel to the leg, and then you roll down and the leg is coming back to the mat. We switch to the other side. As we exhale, arms up, left leg is lifting at the same time while rolling up. Inhale up and exhale down. Leg and upper body moving at the same time. If that works well for you and you're seeking for more challenge, then you can lift both legs up. Inhale to hold and exhale to roll down. So no legs, one leg, both legs. Choose your variation where you can feel, where you can work with control. And it's not about fast movements or many repetitions. It's about slow. It's about good form here. Let's go for 2 more rounds. Don't forget to breathe out through pursed lips. Super helpful for your pelvic floor, for your transverse abdominis. When you're lying down again, just hold it, take a break. When you're still in that half roll down, grab the back of your thighs and roll down vertebra by vertebra so we can meet on the mat now. Then bring your feet hip width apart on the floor. Arms just beside your body. Spine is neutral. And then let's start with some pelvic tilts. With your next exhale, pull the navel in towards the spine. That's why the pelvis is moving back. The lower back is grounding. And with your inhale, you move the pelvis forwards, arching your spine. Exhale, pelvis back. Inhale, pelvis forwards. So imagine there's a cup of tea standing on your pelvis. And when you're inhaling, the tea is dropping out towards the feet. And when you're exhaling, the tea is dropping out towards your belly button. Last two, try to relax your glutes here. Get the power for that movement out of your abs, out of your powerhouse. With your next exhale, you keep that so-called imprint position. So you keep that abdominal tension and softly lengthening the lower back and keep the back grounded. From here, we're lifting the legs one after another into tabletop position, and you bring the arms to the side into kind of a T position. Just getting some more space here. And then with the next exhale, you extend the legs up vertical to the ceiling. Inhale, bring it back to tabletop. Then we move the knees to the right side and we keep the left shoulder blade on the ground. Inhale to come back and exhale to extend the legs up towards the ceiling. Inhale to bend. And exhale, let's get into the spinal twist to the left. Keep the right shoulder blades grounded. Come back, inhale. Exhale, stretch up to the ceiling. So it's a little flow where we combine a leg extension with the spinal rotation, lying in a supine position. I will give you some variations to progress now, if you want to. So if you want more, add an ab curl as you extend the legs to the ceiling. Arms up, head, shoulder blades up. Inhale, arms to the side on the mat, head down. Spinal rotation, keep the shoulder blades grounded. If you want more, extend the upper leg during the spinal rotation. This will make it a little bit more intense. Yeah, the more you lower the knees to the side, the more intense it will be as well. If you want even more, you can extend both legs at the same time in that spinal rotation. Choose your option again and keep flowing. It's a nice series here for your straight abdominal muscles, for your obliques, your lateral abdominal muscles. Let's visit each side one more time. Press the arms, the hands into the mat. This will help you to come back safely. And then when you finished your last round, we meet in that ab curl, the legs extended. Yeah, I'm waiting for you. So let's rise up with the hat. Let's extend the legs. And then we bring the arms parallel to the floor, palms up. With your next exhale, you lower the exhale, keep the lower back on the ground, and then we finish with the hundreds. We pump those arms. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, palms up. 2, 3, 4, palms down. 2, 3, 4, deep inhale, deep exhale. The more you lower the legs, the more intense it will be, but make sure that you can keep the imprint position. Look to your knees. Keep the shoulders down. Last 3 rounds. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. You can do it. Last one. With your exhale, you stop the movement, breathe out the rest of the air, and then breathe in, pull the knees and drop the head and recover. Good job. Go for a little rock from side to side, enjoying the energy that you set free. So the combination of movement and breath. Try to calm your nervous system by a deep exhale. Allow the heart rate to slow down, the breath to deepen, to slow down. Allow the movement slowly to stop. Then bring the feet down onto the ground again. Maybe you want to go for a knee swing, or opening both knees to the side, coming into a kind of a butterfly position. So you have a nice opening for your hips, your inner thighs. Maybe you want to rock a little bit here. Maybe you want to do nothing, that's also fine. Good job. So allow the body to arrive on the mat in a supine position, just lying down. Feel free to close your eyes, to bring your hands onto the belly, and to just enjoy the moment after movement. The endorphins flowing through your body. The warm feeling in your muscles. The juicy feeling, the softness in your joints. And the calmness that arrives when we focus on the combination of movement and breath. You can always use the breath, not only in Pilates, but also in your everyday life, to keep that wonderful connection to your body, to stay present. Now, try to release the tension in your powerhouse consciously. So allow the breath to arrive in your belly again. So deep inhale into your chest and into your belly. And exhale through the mouth. Release everything you don't need anymore. Breathe in, allow not only the rib cage but also the belly to expand 3-dimensionally into the room. And exhale, the belly button is relaxing towards the spine. And then feel free to do that movement that feels good for you right now. Maybe you want to extend the legs, the arms behind your head. Maybe you want to wiggle the toes, the fingers, circling the wrists. And then with that movement, you make your way into a seated position over the side, coming up. couples decides to stay grounded, to stay in the lying position. And then when you are back in a seated position, rise up, enjoying your posture, and then sweep the arms up over the side. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out to finish that class well, Jen. Thank you so much for joining me, and hope to see you soon back on the mat.